Shirley with Let's Get Strolling, and today we're meeting the new executive director for the DDA of Oxford. His name's Joe Frost. Hi, Joe.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
It's great. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
And I understand you're just kind of getting your legs under you here. It's only been, what, a couple months or so?
A couple months. It'll be 2 months already in September.
Awesome. Well, you seem like a pro already.
Well, I pretend. So, no,
you look like a pro already.
Well, thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
So, I'm intrigued to hear a little bit about your background. How do you get into a position like this? How does this come about?
Well, I went to school at Ball State University for historic preservation.
Okay.
So my master's degree focused on preservation, focused on historic architecture, and really how to develop downtowns using historic preservation as a tool. And so I grew up in Davison, and so I spent a few years in Indiana after I went to Ball State there, and my wife and I were looking to come home. And so we saw the posting, and everything kind of fell into place, and here I am in Oxford.
That's awesome. I love it. So for our viewers that aren't real familiar with the DDA and what its role is, can you give us a background on that? I myself would like to be educated.
Sure.
Tell me all
about it. It goes back to the 1970s when the state legislature passed an act, a DDA act, to create downtown development authorities. And at that time, as many of our viewers probably can remember, the economy was on a decline. Downtowns were really struggling to compete with malls and stuff like that. And so as a result, the legislature kind of put this in place. And then it was up to individual communities, individual towns and municipalities on what the next step was. And so in the case of Oxford, sometime in the 1980s or so, they passed a Downtown Development Authority ordinance, which created the Downtown Development Authority as we know it today. And so what that means is that the DDA is responsible for promotion, economic development, historic preservation, basically anything within the downtown district that you see behind us here. It's all our responsibility as far as getting things going, attracting businesses, retaining businesses, historic preservation, you name it.
Can I just ask a quick question?
Sure.
Does that mean that, for example, most cities have a master plan, if you will?
That's right.
Are you involved in part of that, or how that's developed, or has that already kind of been in place prior?
No, the DDA is involved in that. In fact, as the village moves forward this coming year with their master plan, a renewal of the master plan or whatever, they have to be updated every so often. And so a portion of that will be dedicated specifically to downtown and our vision and what's going to happen
So you
downtown.
probably work very closely with a lot of, not only the business, but like all of the organizations in the community that work with the businesses and the signage and all that good stuff. All of that you have a finger in, so to speak.
Yeah, in a certain sense. And what we have done, we liaison with other entities like the Planning Commission. We try to partner with the Chamber and other groups because ultimately it's all the same mission. Even though our focus is downtown, what happens in downtown will have sort of a ripple effect on the community at large. And so we're kind of involved behind the scenes in many cases, but we do have a board of directors that meets regularly. We do have committees that meet regularly to get some of our events and programs going.
So is your position just, it's not an elected position, it's something that you interview for?
That's
is it something that, again, as far as everyone who's involved with the community, you would sit in with those boards and those different?
Yeah, I'm not an elected official, but I'm an appointed official. And so I went through an interview process, was appointed by the DDA board, and then sort of confirmed, I shouldn't say sort of, I was confirmed by the village council. So I like to think of it as I am working for the taxpayers. Even though I'm not elected, I'm working for the taxpayers within this district. As they pay their taxes, a portion of those taxes come right back and make up the DDA budget. And so their tax dollars, if you own a business within the downtown district, your tax dollars are going right back in to that district.
Well, it sounds like your position is very important, and the people in the community want a great person with your background. You sound like you have a fantastic background for this, because it really is important to, like you said, making their home values stay up, continue to rise. The businesses keep coming in. The better, well-run the development authority is, the better. And we love that someone like you is here, and we welcome you. And I would love to hear more about some of the things going on in the community. And one of my favorite places in the city is the Centennial Park. Do you mind taking a walk down there?
Yeah, let's go.
Kind of talk a little bit more about it?
Let's go downtown.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
is such a great park. I love the Centennial Park, and I know you probably do too.
I do. Yeah, Centennial Park is awesome, and it's right in the heart of downtown Oxford. And one of our signature events that we have every week in the summer months is Concerts in the Park. It's a series once a week. There's a new band that comes in, and the yard here, the park, is full of people and their chairs, and it's just full of energy.
It's alive.
It's awesome. And so this is also where we're going to have our Scarecrow Festival.
Okay, what's that? I'm not real familiar.
It's a fall-themed event that happens this year on October 10th. Okay. And it's really geared for the kids, but we want everybody to be involved, families of all ages. And if you're a business, if you're a resident, and you want to join our Scarecrow contest, we'll have those forms available on our website as well, where a business could decorate up a Scarecrow. This year's theme is Wildcats, play on the hometown mascot, but you could really take that and run with it, whether that's a football player, a chess player. I mean, you could really make it whatever, or Detroit Tiger, whatever you want to make your Scarecrow.
Now, is it a competition?
It's a competition, it's a contest.
I like that. Okay.
There's going to be costume contest, pet parade. Fire trucks will be here from the Oxford Fire Department. The police department will have a police car here as well. And so just a really fun, family-focused, fun fall event.
Which
right
Oxford does so well. Oxford has so many events. I have to say, I mean, I've obviously myself lived in several communities over the years, and I am very impressed with Oxford. They have a lot of really cool stuff going on. So we can thank you, I'm sure, for some of those things.
For some of those things. Yeah. And the main purpose in all of that is to get people downtown.
Well,
come downtown, stick around downtown for a few hours, see the sights, interact with the businesses, and have fun.
So when is that particular event again?
That's October 10th.
Okay, terrific. Sounds great.
And there's information on that on our website.
Yes, so that's my next question. Social media. I'm sure you're all over that. Tell me about it.
So our website is downtownoxford.org.
Okay.
And that there's a lot of information there, everything from minutes from our meetings to agendas. But we also have social media. So Facebook, it's facebook.com/downtownoxford.
All right.
And we want to get as many followers as we possibly can, obviously. And we also have a new Instagram account, which is at Downtown Oxford. And so as I'm walking down the street and I see something really cool, I'm taking pictures all the time. People have probably seen me out here taking pictures or posting pictures of their businesses just to keep the content fresh and drive more followers on our social media.
I love that. I think it's terrific. And you know what? The minute I get home, I'm going on there.
Go on there,
I'm liking you. I'm liking you like 50 million times. No, I'm just kidding.
Awesome.
You probably don't need that. Everybody, when they see this program, is going to go on. You got to go on there and you got to like us.
That's right. Like us on Facebook.
That's right. And we really like you a lot, Joe. And I think you're doing a terrific job. And again, I welcome you to our community, although you've probably been here already. But we're welcoming you to the position, and we wish you the best. It was really nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Take care. It's Julie again with Let's Get Strolling, and we're at the Edison Township Fire Department. We're meeting with the Chief, Jerry. Hey, Jerry, how are you?
All right, how are you?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to you.
So, I'm intrigued to hear, how do you become the Chief of Edison Township? How does that happen?
I think it's a lot of dedication.
Okay.
I've been here for 21 years. I moved up through the ranks, and I was fortunate to, the guys more or less picked me, and I went through the interview process, and I became the chief 6 years ago. So
let me get this straight. You're Mr. Congeniality is what you're basically telling me.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
So that works. So you've actually been at this particular station or this area in Edison Township? You haven't been at other locations?
No, I've been right at this station 21 years ago. I started in 94.
Well, I guess it's stuck, huh?
Yeah.
So that's great. Well, okay. So as the chief, tell me a little bit about your duties and kind of what it takes to run a place like this.
It's a lot. I wear several hats here,
I can imagine.
from administrative to operations to honestly, you name it, I do it here, and I love every minute of it. So don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun, a lot of good people, and we get the job done.
So when you say a lot of good people, it seems like there are a lot of good people just walking in here. Everyone's friendly and it seemed like a great crew you have. And as a matter of fact, our audience doesn't realize this, there was a little emergency that just sort of went on right before we came on camera. It was very interesting to kind of feel part of the action. But boy, they really hop to when things go wrong or awry or when someone needs help. So it was really kind of cool to see that. But as far as the crew you have here, tell me about it. How many crew members do you have?
We have 5 full-time people, including myself, and then there's 19 paid on call or volunteer that come out and help us from there. So there's 24, 25 of us that answer the calls and help our community in our 36 square miles.
Now, when you say full-time versus part-time, explain a little bit to our audience
the full-time
about that.
guys, myself, I work a 40-hour week as well as the office manager, but she is cross-trained as an EMT and firefighter, so she's allowed to, she helps out on calls. And the other 3 guys are full-time medics, and they work 24-hour shifts, so they're actually here for a 24-hour day.
Okay, all right. So you have a little bunk bed in the back for them, and you maybe throw them, a piece of bread or water every now and then, and you keep them stocked a little bit, keep them happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's good. I like it. So as far as the group and the crew that you have, what kind of, for someone that might be interested in becoming a firefighter, what kind of training goes into that?
Well, over the years it has become pretty extensive. It actually is about a year for your Fire 1 and Fire 2 and EMT. So it's a lot of dedication. I encourage anybody to do it. It really helps out the community. There's a lot of fun. And the training that you get here is college credits, of course. They go through through OCC or any community college. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of dedication, but there's a lot of reward.
Okay, and is there like would you call it an internship or some type of thing that you would do after so you get your certificate or whatever it is that you would do through a community college? And then do you have to do like a period where you have to work?
Yeah, there's probation, yep, and then there's the EMT program. You have to do ride-alongs, which are clinical hours. You have to do so many hours and actually work on patients and things. And then fire school is more or less here, and then you go through our probationary program, our FTL, and we put them on, and you're ready to go.
That's pretty exciting. That's really cool. I didn't realize that you actually. How do you go about doing that? It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I did notice, and actually, I had this happen in my neighborhood near me, where someone had told me that you guys, when you do training, obviously if there's a tear down house or whatever, that sometimes the fire department will go into your training on that house. In other words, you'll burn it down rather than tear it down. Tell me about that. That was sort of interesting to me to find out about.
Yeah, usually our building department, if somebody comes up there asking about a demo permit, they'll actually steer them to the fire department, and we'll take a look at it and see if we can help them out. And the cost of actually tearing it down, we'll actually burn it down and have a couple months of training in there. And a lot of times we invite a lot of other fire departments around in the area so we can have a good month and a half, 2 months worth of training in the house. Then we burn it down, and then there's less rubble and stuff for them to pick up. So it's a win-win. They got some money. They donated the house to the fire department for training, and then we helped them out demoing it.
That is really great. I just have one question. Who pays for the s'mores?
Yeah.
You guys probably throw a few in there, make jokes about it, right? No, I've seen that going on, and I'm sure other people in the community. It's kind of a cool thing to see, but also obviously it serves a major purpose, to be able to do that with some of your newer recruits and things like that. Give them some experience before they actually have to go out there and deal with the real thing, which is pretty unpredictable, I'm sure, at times.
Yeah, and we're always trying to change things, and it helps us to have that time for training on a real house to implement new things and not being a dinosaur, so to speak, and going along with today and changing and just doing things the right way.
Okay, and I can imagine that there's always, you have obviously a lot of really cool looking equipment, trucks, whatever here. Looks like you have some great stuff, but there's always probably new, better ways coming out, and it obviously costs money. So, again, the work you guys do and your job as a chief, I'm sure, is to keep things in check budget-wise to make the most bang for your buck for our residents.
Yes, exactly. And we're very grateful that we have a support that we do in our community for our fire department. We're really, really grateful for that, because if it wasn't for the community voting yes and giving us that millage to operate, we wouldn't be here. So we really appreciate, every single one of us on this fire department appreciates that. But we've also done some things for the community. We lowered your ISO ratings, so the insurance ratings are a lot cheaper in the community. So that's a yearly savings for everybody in the residents. We actually have a 3, which is the lowest rating in the state of Michigan for a non-hydrant area. We don't have a hydrant 1 in this town, and we have a 3 in our village of Leonard. So we're very proud of that, and a lot of work, a lot of dedication. Just gives you an idea of the personnel that I get to lead. I'm very fortunate.
That's wonderful. And again, that's interesting for citizens of the community to realize as kind of a give back thing. You know,
Exactly.
It's like they support you guys, you obviously give back to the community and do other things. And I know you probably are involved with a lot of the local schools and things like that, and educating families and different things on fire safety and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we do our programs throughout the community throughout the year.
Okay, so those are things. Do you have a website or anything like that?
Yes, we do have a website. It's linked through the township, Addison Township's webpage. You just go to the fire department link there, and it gives you the activities there. And we also have a Facebook account that we have there, so people look at our golf outings, our strawberry festival, our CPR classes, all the things that we do to help our residents is posted there.
So there are, wow, I didn't know that you guys have all of that. So you do the actual CPR training, things like that, programs like that here, right here at the firehouse?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yep.
Okay. So again, our residents can just go online. They can like you on Facebook.
And see, exactly. We have all of our postings on there. We found that to be more beneficial than the web page.
Sure. Isn't it amazing with the social media?
Yeah,
I love
it really helps out.
You got to get with the program nowadays, right? Or else you follow behind. So as far as the community that you actually, I know there's Leonard. How far out do you guys reach?
We cover 36 square miles, which is the village of Leonard. So we border Oxford, Oakland Township, and then we're kind of unique here that we have Macomb County to our east, and then we have Lapeer County to our north. So we really have to cross county lines a lot for our mutual aid and with our neighboring departments to the east and the north.
Okay, but you obviously, it seems like collaborative. You have to work with the local community, and you guys work well together. And
yes.
Is there a big summit that you guys have every year, and you kind of bring everyone together and have a big old pig roast or something? And
no, actually, what we do is we have a softball tournament that Oxford and Addison have been continuing doing for the last 5 years, I think it has, and we've had other departments come and go, and so we try to maintain that, and we try to do a lot of things with Oxford. There's a bowling tournament that we have, and we get involved with our other departments around.
So who's on top with that? What's the latest?
My smile will tell you everything.
You don't want to brag too much, right, or rub it in too much, because
exactly.
there's
Pete's
always
gonna
this
watch
year, next year, right? You got to be careful. You're only as good as the current year, right?
Yes, exactly.
So you don't want that rubbed in. And I can only imagine how you guys and gals can get around here. I'm sure you like to rib each other and have some fun.
There's a lot of competition here, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's
competitive people.
I love it. Well, again, we really appreciate all the hard work that you guys do here for the community, and our residents appreciate it. And again, it was really nice to meet you, and it was really cool to be here and to see what a great facility you have. And
all right. Well,
it's all good.
Thank you for your time.
No problem. Thanks again.
Hi, my name's Karen from Canine Stray Rescue. We're located at 2120 Metamora Road, just north of town in Oxford. We're an animal rescue here. We take in dogs. We have about 50 dogs here right now that are available for adoption. Before the dogs are adopted out, they are spayed or neutered. They're up to date on the rabies and distemper shots, and we also heartworm test them to make sure that they are not heartworm positive. We have families come through here. We're open every day, but Tuesday and Wednesday. We also have a website that lists our hours, tells you everything about our events. We go to Petco at Great Lakes Crossing on the first and third Saturdays of every month. And we also go to Pet Stuff Harvest Time on the second and fourth Saturdays of each month. If you'd like to visit us there, we take about 8 to 10 dogs, but the rest of the dogs are always at the kennel for you to come and visit. We always need volunteers. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you would ever like to come and volunteer with us, we have volunteer meetings. We tell you a little bit about us, and then you can come and volunteer with us. We would love to have you come and adopt one of our dogs. They're all listed online, or you can come and visit them. Thanks a lot.
Hey again, Julie with Let's Get Strolling, and today we are at the Covered Wagon Saddlery in Oxford, a major staple here in Oxford, and we're meeting with the manager, Tammy. Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Julie. Nice to see you again.
It's so nice to see you. Well, first of all, I would like our audience to see the get up that you have going on
Absolutely.
here. You are so cute. I just can't stand it. So, okay, I'm already loving this. Tell me about some of the stuff that you're wearing, because you're a perfect walking billboard.
I am the walking covered wagon.
I love it.
These
so
are,
tell me about it.
I will. These are Ariat boots.
Very nice.
Yep, they are the new color for fall, red.
Okay.
That pops this year.
Okay.
The oranges and reds are popping.
I love
These
it.
are the LA Idol jeans, sold of course right here at the Covered Wagon.
Okay,
gotta
show
get the
back.
bling,
Yes, look
gotta
at
get the bling.
I love it.
The belt is a Blazing Rocks, under $50, again, with
So
all the
cute.
bling.
So cute.
The blouse is an Outback blouse that is has the oilskin dusters. Most guys only think that they can wear Outback. They have a new clothing line for ladies as well now. That is,
Fantastic.
as you can see, absolutely gorgeous.
So cute.
This is accessories plus jewelry.
Okay.
With matching earrings. Sets
gosh.
sold under $20.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And I love it. You
Yeah.
really know how to put an outfit together. So anyone from Oxford, come on down, and Tammy can help get you all geared up,
I love it.
get you all blinged out and ready to go out and maybe not ride your horse, maybe go dancing, go out to dinner, whatever.
Rodeos, going to the bars, line dancing,
Exactly.
concerts, big concerts this year. Sold a lot of outfits to our concert goers.
That's so awesome. Now, I do want to say, obviously, walking in here, I personally have never ridden a horse. I think I rode a horse once when I was like 12. You don't have to ride a horse to come here,
Absolutely not.
right?
No,
Okay.
we've been here for 40 years this year. It's our
Okay.
40th
Wow.
year anniversary. It's been
Congratulations.
family owned. It's staying in the family, not going anywhere. Hope to be here another 40.
That's awesome, and I'm pretty sure you will be, because I will say I have never seen more stuff in one place in my entire life.
We pack it in here, don't we?
And like I said, there's something for everyone. You don't have to be into an equestrian of any sort to come here and find something.
Exactly.
I mean, like I said, just looking at your outfit alone. So, with that said, we're going to look behind us or in front of us here and look at the great selection of boots you have. Tell me a
We
little
have,
bit about
oh
it.
my gosh, we have got so many boots this year. New styles, like I said, the Ariat, Julie behind me, is the red popping for this fall. They have,
The new color, apparently, Tammy knows. She's in the know.
here's your oranges. I was
Oh,
telling you, the reds
very
and oranges,
nice.
your square toe, your round toe. You have your snip toes. We have every
Your classic
style.
kind of okay,
Every
very
style, every price range, every color. I think that we have one of the best selection of boots in Lower Michigan.
I love it, and I would agree with you. I'm already seeing there's definitely a different style for every personality.
Everybody
And
loves a
it's
different boot.
So what's kind of, okay, I'm looking at some of the pointy toe ones, and there's rounder toe. What's sort of in right now? It doesn't matter. Is it kind of?
It's personal preference right now.
Okay.
Wide square is really hot. The guys, again, going to the men's section. If you just want to step over and grab a few, you will see the wide square.
Oh, yep. I could see what you're saying.
Then you have your standard square.
Oh, okay.
Then you have your snip with your mock lacing.
Very nice.
Okay, so
Very
there's,
classic.
every toe available
Now,
in
I
here.
have to say, for me, who my feet are about as wide as they are long, these would be great.
Well,
So for people that have the wider foot, so you have something that would fit everyone.
yeah, then if you wanted to get into something more feminine than that,
Well,
what about something like this in a wide square for you,
like-
Julie? Look at that.
Well, there you go. There's something for everyone, and it's even got a little pink on it.
Right.
You know,
and
I
it's
got the girl
flame.
in
It's
me.
got the little flame going on
Aren't
there.
these for children? Well, actually, the beauty is I actually can wear children's.
So there you go. We got
might be
we
back
got
for
all
these.
these down here for the
I
kids. You
love
can
it.
fit in
And
them.
I love these. Look how patriotic.
We have two styles of those.
That is so cool.
Where's my?
Where's your other? Yeah, I know. I saw.
Yeah, saw
Somebody
somewhere.
ran
Yeah.
off with it. Someone just bought it. The lady over there was trying them on.
Yeah, I don't know. There we have so many boots right now.
And then, of course, you have, let's not miss, how cute is this?
Infant.
I mean-
starting at size 4.
These are training wheels. Look at, they got heels for babies. all
Right.
Now they're going to toddle around. I love it. Look.
Brown, black, and
They got-
pink.
Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, one more. Look at how cute that is. Okay, I almost want this to put on my desk and put pens in or
I
something.
was thinking about hanging it from my rear view
I know,
mirror,
I know.
actually.
Christmas ornaments, I don't know. Anyway, really, really cute. So as you can see, obviously there's a lot here. With fall, winter, again, you don't have to be an equestrian to enjoy
No,
this.
back
Well,
to school boots.
It's totally in.
Back to
Totally
school
cool.
boot sale starting next week.
And how cute are these with a floral dress or something really cute for the girls?
Well, the colors.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Like, really
They wear the cream dresses.
Very cute.
that just pops.
Very cute. I love it. Okay, I'm going to have to come back, perhaps with my credit card, and do a little damage, but it looks great. But you know, I noticed there's quite a bit up toward the front of the store
Right.
I'd like to check out.
That's where our
Do you
jewelry
mind?
and our bling belts and other
Fantastic.
products
Wanna
are.
head on up and we'll check it out?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go. So wow, where do we even start, Tammy?
I don't know.
I tell ya, there's so much eye candy in here. I'm like, I don't know where to start. Well, I will tell you. Let's start with the jewelry. There's
Okay.
some really cool, blingy, fun jewelry here. And,
Anything special you want to
know,
see? I'd love to show you some pieces.
Yeah, there is some really cool stuff. What is kind of the latest trend that people seem to be on? What's popular?
Just
Well, first
still
of
the
all,
bling.
Look
Just-
at that. Super cool. And you know, again, you're coming into the covered wagon saddlery and you're going, well, gee, I see some saddles out front and some whatever. Would you imagine something like this is in here? No, you would. That's what I mean. You
Or
have
perfume.
something for everyone. Oh my gosh, I know. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, I got to show you guys this. We have CoverGirl chic, you know, perfume, and we have cowgirl. I mean, there's some really cool. Look at this pink camo. Who knew they sell perfume here? And I'm sure it smells really good, but Lord knows I get mixing and we might be
Right,
in
it
trouble.
smells
you know.
different on
But,
everybody.
you know, even I have to tell you, Tammy, these belts are like to die for. If you want to get a little, you want some attention. I mean, come on, these belts,
Well, that's
you're going to
gonna get
get
somebody's
noticed.
attention.
I mean, these are really cool. So, and they're reasonably priced. Your pricing, I noticed it too, is really great. It's
think so.
competitive, and everything seems really good. Is there anything else here that you kind of, you know, is sort of unique and different that people may not realize that you carry in the
Ooh,
store?
Yes, I didn't get these to show you these little baby buckers.
Oh, okay.
When we were in the boot department, these would be Grammy grabbers, I call them.
Oh,
Because
fantastic.
when Grammy comes in, of course,
see
my
those.
grandchildren have them.
So cute. And they're probably ultra comfortable.
Right, and they're under
actually
20
look really
bucks, so you can't even beat the price
Oh
for
my God, how
a baby
cute.
shower.
That is an awesome, great baby shower idea.
We have the moccasins too. We didn't even get to talk about the Minnetonka moccasins that we have.
Oh my gosh! So you do have all those, and there was quite a selection back there.
A
of those
huge
as well.
selection.
And those you have for children and adults as
Yes,
well?
I do. I have them for infant.
Terrific.
Another great
that's
baby shower
awesome.
gift.
Very good ideas. Our audience, you know, we'll see on some of the B-roll. We have you have just tons of jewelry here, and like I said, the belts. There's a whole clothing section. You obviously have hats and. I mean, it looks like there's some collectible horses.
Yeah, the Breyer horses. We sell a lot of Breyer horses.
Oh,
it's been a
interesting.
tradition. We have 2 Breyer Fest a year. The kids come in, they get to paint model horses. We have giveaways, raffles, pizza pop. It's party time. It's the weekend before Easter and the weekend before Thanksgiving. It's absolutely complimentary.
Wow.
And we set up tables, and the kids come in, like I said, and they paint the horses, and it's just.
That is
And also,
terrific.
I always have to point out our register because
my gosh,
everybody
that is
compliments
an-
us
that
on our
is a cool
register.
register.
We
That-
don't have a scanner here. This is how we work our money.
I love it.
Isn't
I love
that
it.
awesome?
That is really cool. Now you've had that from day one.
Yes,
when you
we have,
opened the
Julie.
doors.
That has been
is
here
so
since day
cool.
one.
I love it. What a neat historical piece. Well, if you guys ever expand or decide to, you know, get with the, it sounds like you're not going to get with the new technology with that. There's no point. It
No,
works perfectly
that's part of
fine.
the wagon.
You gotta love it.
That is the
It's
vintage of
it's
the wagon.
The personality in here is just exploding. So
Right.
you can see that when you come in. Well, I have to say there's some great stuff. Can you really quick tell us, do you have a website or anything?
We have a
that are-
website, we
Okay.
have an email list. You can go on our website and just scroll down. It will tell you to join our email club.
Okay.
You get your email in there, you watch for your coupons. On
Awesome.
Thursday nights, our promotion, because we just started opening on Thursdays this summer, staying open till 8. If you shop between 6 to 8, you get a 20% off the top of your bill.
Oh, awesome. Okay, did everyone hear that? That's fantastic.
Yes.
I'm so glad. It was so nice to meet you,
Thank you
Tammy.
for coming
and I
in.
appreciate you having us. And everyone out there, come on out and visit the saddlery here and talk to Tammy or whoever and enjoy yourself. It's really a fun place. Thanks again for joining us with Let's Get Strolling. We'll see you again next time.